With it looking like nearly everyone is at Coachella at the moment, you just have to know there's going to be a few embarrassing moments. Hey guys, I'm your host Lauren, and today we're going to be counting down the top 10 Coachella moments that gave us secondhand embarrassment. Let's get into it. Number 10, Shawn and Camila. No one wants to get caught hooking up with their ex, but it seems some celebs just can't keep their hands off of each other. A couple that almost everyone wanted to work out was Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes, and maybe fans' dreams are coming true. The couple broke up just after 2 years together back in 2021. They announced the split on Instagram through a joint statement, which read, "Hey guys, we've decided to end our romantic relationship out of love for one another as humans are stronger than ever." Continuing on by saying, "We started out a relationship as best friends and we will continue to be best friends." But it looks like maybe there is a little bit more to their relationship as of late. A fan ended up capturing a moment that looked as though the couple had reconciled. In the now viral clip, it shows the couple dancing, holding drinks, and hugging, even appearing to kiss each other, looking like they were together most of the night. An eyewitness told the media they weren't holding hands but stayed together all night. They were at a VIP table trying to stay out of sight. Another insider revealed Shawn had his arm around her waist as they walked to the stage. Camila was nuzzling her face into Shawn's shoulders and they looked like a couple. They also kissed and were making out. They have yet to confirm if this was just a hookup or maybe something more, but it looks like we have a reason to be hopeful. Number 9, Linda Lindas. An all-girl rock band definitely had an unlucky start to their big performance. It's never a good sign when you start the show and all the microphones just don't work. Not only that, but one of the guitars just wasn't coming through. Eventually the guitar was switched on, but the microphones continued to be barely audible, leaving Juan with the only working microphone in the group. Luckily, it didn't stop them from having a good time despite the bad circumstances. At the end of the show, they said to their audience, "Thank you for bearing with us. We hope to see you again." Fans weren't so forgiving though, and took to Twitter to share their opinions on the audio issues. One fan wrote, "Whomever is in charge of sound for the Sonona stage at Coachella should be fired. The Linda Lindas had problems with their mics throughout their entire set." Another user wrote, "Everyone in charge of the audio for the Linda Lindas Rager needs to be fired. Total disrespect, dead mics." Number 8, Kendall's dancing. Rumors began circulating in February about the alleged romance between Kendall and Bad Bunny, and it seems it's pretty confirmed during their Coachella weekends. A source told People Kendall recently started hanging out with him. They were introduced by friends. He moved to LA a few weeks ago and bought a house. She likes him and is having fun. Looks like Kendall is making the romance a little bit more public though, and she was spotted by fans dancing in the crowd during Bad Bunny's headline set. But this isn't the cringy part. When the clip emerged on TikTok, fans immediately began dragging the model for her awkward dancing. One user wrote, "I just witnessed a crime against humanity. Tragic." Another added, "Oh my god, her at concerts is always so awkward." But it's looking like fans of Bad Bunny are going to be seeing much more of the model. Even though they have never publicly addressed these rumors, he seemed to reference Kendall and her ex-boyfriend, the NBA player Devin Booker, who plays for the Phoenix Suns. In his song he says, "The sun in Puerto Rico is hotter than in Phoenix." She knows it. Number 7, Frank Ocean. After 6 years without a public performance, fans were pretty ready to see Frank Ocean return to the stage on Sunday night and close out the Coachella weekend. But things just weren't seemingly going his way during this big performance. All 6 stages at Coachella were set to be live streamed for free on YouTube, but at the last minute, Frank Ocean was pulled from the schedule. YouTube tweeted, "Frank Ocean is not scheduled to appear on the Coachella live stream," without really going into why. Not only that, but fears started circulating among fans that the star may have dropped out of the event entirely. With his start time being 10 p.m., he didn't actually start performing until about 11 p.m. But as fans were really getting into it, the whole set was cut short due to curfew laws. After abruptly ending a song, he said to his audience, "Guys, I'm being told it's curfew, so that's the end of the show. Thank you so much." This left fans pretty upset considering he hasn't performed in so long. One fan tweeted, "Started the set late, didn't let them live stream it, now ending the set early. Frank Ocean, you will rue the day." Another added, blaming the star, saying if he started on time, he would have been able to do his whole set. As far as I know, there weren't any technical difficulties that didn't let him start on time. Others are keeping hopeful that the second weekend he'll do his whole set. Number 6, Post Malone and Bad Bunny. During Bad Bunny's headline act, he ended up bringing out Post Malone, but the whole thing turned pretty messy and people had some torn reactions. The two had technical difficulties throughout the whole of their set, and the music was cutting in and out, leaving fans pretty disappointed. Twitter users started speculating that someone was set to get fired over this, with one fan writing, "This guitar our audio is not working during Bad Bunny and Posty. The audio person is getting looked at furiously right now, definitely getting fired. Luckily for fans though, the two seem to hug it out. The whole performance ended in a really cute moment. Really just looks like the audio team weren't prepared this time at the festival. Number 5, Vanessa Hudgens. Dubbed as the Queen of Coachella, Vanessa Hudgens didn't end up making it this year, and many fans were left believing the outfits were just not the same this weekend without her. Many fans believe she was instrumental in really popularizing the festival years ago, as well as setting an example with her own outfits. For someone that feels so strongly about the festival, fans began speculating where she could possibly be. Looks like the star is actually in the Philippines shooting a travel documentary, but she clearly is missing the event. She took to social media to share a selfie which was captioned with, "The Coachella FOMO is real." This has left some on TikTok believing that since the Coachella icon isn't there, the outfits have really gone downhill since. One TikTok user wrote, "I feel like a lot of these outfits are very basic. None of these compare to 2015 to 2018 Coachella." Another added, "Vanessa was and still is the blueprint for Coachella. She really is the taste maker." What do you guys think of the outfits this year? Number 4, the Becky G Scandal. After her fiancé seemingly confessed to cheating, Becky G appeared to address the rumors subtly at her set this year. The two got engaged after 6 years of dating, and it looked to be pretty perfect up until an anonymous woman posted photos and videos online of the star, basically getting caught red-handed. The woman wrote, "Sebastian, your boyfriend, cheated on you in February and I have all the proof. I can send it to you privately. A lot of press is contacting me because I will not remain silent." In response to the rumor, Sebastian shared a statement on Instagram just at the end of March, which said, "As an athlete, I have always tried to hold myself to a higher standard. When I reflect on the past 7 years of my life, I know in my heart that I couldn't have achieved a lot of my personal and professional growth without the love and support of Becky by my side." He continued on by saying, "I deeply regret a 10-minute lapse in judgment that resulted in an extortion plot." Since this whole situation is still pretty fresh, fans were wondering how her set was going to play out. Many in the audience noted immediately that the star wasn't wearing her wedding ring, and also believed that her little speech to the crowd alluded to the drama. She said, "Sometimes things just don't go the way you plan. I'll just say that. But sometimes it's not rejection, it's redirection." And at number 3, we have The Weeknd. The Weeknd hasn't been loving Rolling Stone as of lately after a report claimed that his upcoming HBO series called The Idol has gone wildly off the rails. After seeing this report, The Weeknd took to Instagram and posted a clip from the series. He then tagged Rolling Stone and wrote, "Did we upset you?" In the scene, the characters are discussing a photo shoot with Rolling Stone. Before one goes, "Rolling Stone, aren't they a little irrelevant?" His public hate didn't end there though for the news outlet and continued on to his Coachella set. Because of this feud, he ended up intentionally not saying Rolling Stone while performing his song Heartless. Though many fans supported this decision, others saw it as a little bit dramatic. One Twitter user wrote, "Such a man-child he is," while others kept commenting that he is a petty king. Number 2, J.O.P. Jesus Ortiz Paz was one of the surprise act that joined Becky G on stage during her big Coachella moment. When J.O.P. took the stage though, things got a little awkward between the two, with many fans suspecting that the star was under the influence and underprepared for the whole event. At one point, Becky G even says to him, "You could have practiced your lyrics, come on." J.O.P. continues the performance by just pretty obviously hitting on Becky the whole time. One fan wrote on TikTok, "I love J.O.P., but he didn't come prepared. Does he not know anything about what Coachella is? And he's just trying to hit on Becky and she's not having it." Another fan came to the defense of the star and said, "You are all bashing him for not remembering the lyrics. But keep in mind, 99% of the time he does not perform these songs at his concerts." Other fans commented on the fact that he has been known in the past for never remembering his lyrics. But I definitely have to admit, watching the beginning of their duet was a little bit awkward, regardless of them trying to play it off. But what did you guys think? Number 1, Loren Grey. The popular social media influencer has come forward and shared some pretty interesting facts about the music festival, and social media users aren't happy. In a video with 3.7 million views, she shares what she believes is a hilarious concept among the influencers. She shares, "Coachella is like the influencer Olympics. It's the place to be. But most influencers, or a lot of influencers, don't even go to Coachella," which I think is a little bit of a wild fact. She continued on by claiming that over half of the big influencers dress up, stay in an Airbnb, and just post the photos of their outfits, saying Coachella day 1 or 2. To prove her point, she even noted to her fans that not many influencers are wearing wristbands, saying they don't have wristbands, they just drive their little butts out to the desert to take Instagram photos. Make it TikTok, get ready with me, or whatever, and then they drive back. Many social media users seem to agree with this, saying, unless they post stories standing in the crowds listening to the musicians, I assume they fake it. Because I remember an influencer going as far as photoshopping themselves in front of the Coachella Tower. Another added saying, I now need to know who is and isn't there. Others speculated that this could just be part of faking it until you make it, and commented, when they fake the content, it brings engagement. Brands see the engagement, and maybe next year they'll get a real sponsored trip. Looks like this sparked influencers to prove themselves to fans more and more, and have been posting more in-crowd content. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Let us know in the comments below what you think of these awkward Coachella moments, and we'll see you in the next one.